SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thanks, Nancy. Renewed protests in Thembalihle and a memorial service for 9 teachers killed in a horror crash. Good afternoon. Protest action has erupted again at Thembalihle, south of Johannesburg. Residents have blockaded the main entrance to the informal settlement. Last week, residents took to the streets demanding basic services. The action turned violent, with scores of protesting residents wounded and others arrested and charged with public violence and damage to property. SABC reporter Edwin Nsidi is there.
About 100 residents singing and chanting freedom songs are demanding that their community leader arrested yesterday be released. Thembalihle has been the scene of violent service delivery protests for the better part of this year. Residents have been up in arms demanding RDP houses, among other things. However, government says the area cannot be developed since it's problematic. At this stage, residents are going along M10, making it difficult for motorists to enter the area.
Police are investigating a shooting incident in George in the Southern Cape in which a man shot himself in the head after wounding his former girlfriend. Spokesperson Bernadine Steyn says the woman was on her way to work when she was fired at.
On arrival, police found a female victim with a gunshot wound in her shoulder. She was taken to a hospital in George and is in a stable condition. Her 39-year-old boyfriend sustained a single gunshot wound to his head inflicted by himself and died on the scene. A .38 Rossi revolver, of which the serial number had been filed off, was found.
Thousands of people have gathered at the Mabatu Convention Center in Mahikeng to attend a memorial service of 9 teachers that were killed in a horror road accident last week. They include government officials, relatives, colleagues and members of the public. The accident occurred on the N4 road outside Zeerust in the northwest when a minibus taxi carrying 11 teachers collided with a bakkie with 5 occupants. Both vehicles burst into flames. SABC reporter Fanuel Shuma has more.
The accident, which occurred during peak hour period of Friday morning, remains the talk of the capital Mahikeng, where most of the deceased were educators. Only 3 out of the 12 occupants of the ill-fated trip to a conference survived the ordeal. Amongst them was the driver of the minibus. The 3 of them are still in hospital, where one is reportedly in a critical condition after sustaining burn wounds and fractured bones. The vehicle of the educators, all NAPTOSA members, collided with a bakkie carrying 5 Mozambican nationals who all died. Fanuel Shuma, SABC, Mahikeng.
Zimbabwe's Empowerment Minister, Xavier Kasukurere, who has been leading a drive to force foreign miners to give 51% stakes to locals, has told a mining conference in the capital Harare the law could be waived. He says when there are exceptional circumstances, government will look at them in a manner that allows Zimbabwe to move forward. He says they are aware of the capital requirements and realities in mining. Yesterday, Zimbabwe reached a deal with platinum giant Zimplats on a new ownership plan to comply with new legislation requiring black people to hold 51% of foreign firms. Zimplats is Zimbabwe's largest foreign investor. Foreign firms have until the 25th of this month to present their plans on how they will comply with the law. Health experts have warned that African countries will not reach the World Health Organization's target to eliminate HIV in children by 2015. Lynn Moffinson of the National Institute of Child Health and Development in the U.S. says this is because of the substandard health care provided to women. She was addressing delegates attending the AIDS vaccine conference in Bangkok, Thailand.
In 2009, only 27% of pregnant women received an HIV test. Only 53% of HIV-infected women received any antiretroviral prophylaxis, and only 35% of infants received antiretroviral prophylaxis. Under 15% of women are being treated, yet program data indicate over 60% of these pregnant women should be eligible for treatment, and this is the group who's most at risk for MTCT.
And finally, the World Health Organization has issued a warning that drug-resistant tuberculosis is spreading at an alarming rate across Europe. The United Nations agency says the disease is evolving. It's drawn up a plan to try to increase diagnosis and access to treatment.